John Cena has barely been on WWE television at all lately. Most people think it's probably just because he's doing outside projects like American Grit, but there's actually more to the story. John Cena is not happy with WWE right now, and there's many reasons why. So in today's top 10, I'm going to count down the top 10 reasons why John Cena is angry with the WWE and could be quitting the company soon. John Cena has been doing many outside projects, movies, TV shows, award shows, and one of the reasons why is because he feels that he's being taken for granted in WWE. If you've noticed, off and on over the past 2 years, he's been almost like an upper mid-carder. And not only that, he actually lost to Dean Ambrose clean on an episode of SmackDown, which shocked a lot of people a few months ago. Now this is just pure speculation, but WWE Monday Night Raw is the flagship show of WWE, and John Cena is actually on SmackDown. I'm not 100% sure if Cena is upset with being on SmackDown, but I'm sure he would prefer to be on Raw instead, because it is the #1 show in pro wrestling. Everybody knows that John Cena is currently dating Nikki Bella, and about a year ago, Nikki Bella was the Divas Champion for nearly a year. And since Nikki Bella's come back, she hasn't been used all that well. She's basically being squashed almost every week by Carmella, and she's currently not the Women's Champion on SmackDown. Now, I'm not saying that she should be the champion, I'm just saying I'm sure John Cena isn't happy that she isn't the champion, and she's definitely not the top women's star on SmackDown at all. John Cena hasn't been the WWE World Champion for over 2 years. He lost the championship to Brock Lesnar when Brock Lesnar destroyed him at SummerSlam in 2014. Now, this is just my opinion, but I think John Cena probably thinks that it's time for him to win the championship again. And if he does win the championship, he's going to tie Ric Flair's supposed 16 world title wins. Now, if you didn't know, Ric Flair actually has won more world titles than 16, but WWE doesn't want you to know this. But that's besides the point. John Cena believes that he's the most mainstream star in the company, and he can probably bring in more casual fans. Now, I'm sure that angers a lot of hardcore wrestling fans, but it is somewhat true. Remember back in 2015 when John Cena was the United States Champion? Now, I know a lot of people liked his matches, but he was the United States Champion. Basically, in the eyes of a lot of fans, is almost like a mid-carder. John Cena has barely wrestled in any main events over the past few years. From what I've heard, WWE isn't happy with John Cena doing these outside projects. WWE isn't allowing him to do certain projects, especially movies. If you take a look, John Cena hasn't done a ton of movies over the past couple years. WWE probably wants him to do movies for WWE Studios. The WWE movies haven't really done that well over the past several years, and they usually are straight-to-video movies. So I can't blame Cena for not wanting to do them. Another reason why John Cena is probably angry with WWE right now is they want him to do more house shows, more live events. John Cena's plate is full right now. He's been appearing on tons of talk shows, award shows, so he doesn't have time to do house shows. Plus, he's had tons of injuries. And the more house shows he does, the more likely it is he's going to get injured. I'm not shocked that he doesn't want to do house shows anymore. But this is probably one of the reasons why WWE does not want him to be the world champion. They don't want to push him in the main event. Now, this is a story that's been going around over the past couple weeks. Because of the tension between WWE and John Cena, WWE actually had been planning to have Cena take on The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. Vince McMahon has actually told the writers to have a plan in place just in case Cena does not wrestle at WrestleMania 33. John Cena actually is going to be filming a movie around WrestleMania season. And there's also rumors that the match at WrestleMania 33 could be a retirement match. But if things keep going the way that they're going, this could be a match where John Cena ends up losing the match and retiring. I think it's pretty clear that Vince McMahon isn't really capitalizing on John Cena's popularity. Occasionally, you'll see a video package on WWE TV of him hosting an award show or something like that. But for the most part, John Cena has been put on the back burner on WWE television. Yes, John Cena has won 15 world titles. He's been around since 2002, and I can't blame a lot of fans for not wanting to see him anymore. But at the same time, he is a much bigger star than he's ever been. The #1 reason why John Cena is upset with WWE is because of Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. When Bill Goldberg returned to the WWE, he came back for big-time money. Now, we don't know how much money he's making, but we know he's doing it for a lot, and it's for many less shows than John Cena's going to work at. John Cena does occasionally do house shows on rare occasions, so he probably works anywhere from 75 to 100 dates a year. Goldberg, when it's all said and done and he leaves WWE, is probably no more than 15 or 20 at the most. And that's probably similar to the amount of days that Brock Lesnar works. Now, Brock Lesnar's contract actually is for $6 million a year, and John Cena's contract is for $10 million, but Cena works way more days than Lesnar does. And this is confusing to John Cena because in his eyes, he's more valuable to the company because he's becoming a mainstream star.